Welcome back, guys, and today we are going to be going in depth on everything that you need to know about update 14.1 for SnowRunner, which dropped today, as well as the new Tatra DLC, which is included in the Year 2 Pass. So without any further ado, let's go ahead and get into all of the info and also drive these Tatras, because the last time you saw these trucks on the public test server, they've had some major changes and updates, moving them forward to the main game. Now, it's no secret to really anyone in the community at this point that the Tatra 805 is extremely fast. We're talking about modded vehicle fast. Now, I took this thing out to the Super Truck Stadium on the public test server back when it was originally released for testing purposes, and I was blown away by how fast it was able to go. It was actually able to clear the giant jumps on the Super Truck Stadium map, which is, again, designed for racing vehicles that were built by mod creators, not by the developers themselves, but the developers themselves literally have a vehicle to compete with those modded trucks now in the speed department, and it is this little Tatra T805. Now, I love this little truck. It's a great rig, and if you're looking for something to add to your campaign lineup that is very different from pretty much anything else that we have, but also very, very effective, and that can be used for both scouting and support, this is a great vehicle to go with and a great vehicle to give some attention to. Now, I will go ahead and let you guys know right now, the Tatra 8x8 has had some updates as well, one of those being a new design, and I know a lot of you guys really like the different designs that the developers add in the DLC vehicle department, but before we get onto that truck, which we will be driving and showing off later on in the video, let's go ahead and get into some of the updates themselves that the developers have either added or changed in terms of update 14.1. Now, before we get any further, though, I will go ahead and let you guys know that if you do not own the Year 2 Pass, the Tatra DLC pack, which includes these two trucks, will require a separate purchase. However, in my opinion, if you spend a lot of time playing SnowRunner and you plan on playing through the entire upcoming season, I definitely recommend getting your hands on the Year 2 Pass, because I believe, in my opinion, that it's worth it if you're going to put in that many hours into the game. Now, whether or not the Year 2 Pass is worth it is completely and totally up to you guys, but I'm just going ahead and putting that out there because I do think that it will give you the most streamlined gameplay experience and the most streamlined DLC experience if you, like I said before, plan on spending a lot of hours continuing to play this game. Now, let's go ahead and go over what the developers said about the Tatra pack itself. Now, they've said SnowRunner has mountains of content yet to come, and that includes more Tatra trucks, so stay tuned for more. And that is directly from the developers in their official announcement, which is very exciting because it means that both the Tatra 805 and the Tatra 813 are not the only Tatra trucks that will be coming to the game itself. So I'm really excited to see what other Tatras are coming to the game later on down the road, and I'm really excited to see basically if those have any new features that we haven't seen before in terms of add-ons especially. And speaking of add-ons, Sorokin actually recently confirmed that there will be new add-ons, but not just for the Tatra trucks. So that's huge, right? That means that moving forward, as we get closer and closer to Phase 5, we haven't even seen the tip of the iceberg yet when it comes to add-ons for the trucks that are already in the game, not just the Tatras that were recently added. So make sure you let me know in the comment section down below what add-ons you would like to see and what trucks you would like them to be compatible with. Whether it's something that you would like to see on all trucks or something that you would like to see dedicated to just one specific truck, leave any and all of those suggestions in the comment section down below. And also, if you have any predictions about something that you think could very well possibly be in Phase 5, also leave those predictions down in the comment section as well. I would love to talk to you guys about those. Now, something that I would like to circle back about is this comment right here about how the above ultra settings are for the next gen upgrade, and Sorokin said yes it is. So basically that means, and this was also confirmed in a Twitter thread, but for those of you that were unaware of this, the next gen version of SnowRunner is being currently worked on, especially in the graphics department. So I'm really excited to see how the game looks and performs once it gets those next gen optimizations to be played and taken full advantage of on the Xbox Series X and PlayStation 5 consoles. Now, circling back to the update itself, we need to talk about bug fixes, because there were some very interesting ones that the developers actually mentioned in their update post about the update itself. Now, general fixes-wise, they say they fixed a bug where metal rolls could disappear after creation at Black Badger Lake in co-op. fixed a bug where the player automatically entered the customize menu after repairing his truck in the garage in hard mode, improved game performance while playing on ultra settings. That's a big one because, as you guys know, I had mentioned on stream a lot recently that I had been using the public test server on PC instead of the live version, because whenever you were using a truck that would produce a lot of smoke, it would cause the game to lag much more than you would normally expect. But as you can see here, this gameplay has been recorded on the live version, and that lag has been fixed. So I'm really, really happy about that, and I'm really happy that they addressed that. Now, another thing that they did was they fixed controls conflicts in control schemes B and D. Not sure if any of you guys use those, but let me know if you do in the comments down below. They also fixed a bug where the log trailer mounting fell under the terrain after detaching. Now, that's not me butchering the grammar. That's literally exactly how it's written, so take that as you will. Fixed a bug where the metal detector sounds were not working in some cases. Fixed a bug where the truck engine was disabled immediately when the player changed the truck. Fixed a bug where the marker was missing on the minimap during the task log crossing. And on Steam, fixed a bug, or I should say on the Steam version, fixed a bug where players were unable to delete local save files. Now on Switch, they improved the draw distance for objects like grass and stones, and they also fixed a bug where the engine sounds were interrupted in some cases. And now down to the truck-specific fixes, they fixed a bug where the stock bumper of the ZIKZ 605R was locked after buying the winch pipe. They also fixed a bug where the snub heat-shielded exhaust on the International HX520 collided with the logging frame add-on. They also improved suspension collision for Con 317 Sentinel and the ZIKZ 605R, which is nice to see. They also added additional crane sockets for the Con Sentinel. Now, that is where the bug fixes end, and now we're going to move on to a topic that is very important to be talked about in relation to this update. Now, let me go ahead and preface this by saying I'm sure this will be fixed soon, but when I first dove into the game and really explored it with this new update, I ended up trying to load up, I think, 3 or 4 different modded maps, and every time I tried to load one up, it would get to the loading screen and then kick me right back out to the main menu. Now, I went ahead and re-verified my game files, and I also re-downloaded these maps, and it still gave me that issue. Now, I'm not completely sure why it is doing that, but it seems like there is some sort of conflict right now between modded maps and the new 14.1 live version of the game. Also, to go ahead and let you guys know, if you have issues going into the game and your mod browser option is grayed out, go ahead and re-verify your game files if you're using the Epic version on PC. Now, I'm not quite sure if the Steam version is doing that or not, as I use the Epic version of the game, but if you are using the Epic version of the game and you have that issue, remember, re-verify your game files and it should give you your mod browser back. Now, if you've been having the map-related issue, let me know in the comments down below, because basically, like I said before, how that issue manifests is whether you're trying to load up a saved game on a modded map, or if you start a brand new playthrough or a brand new file on a modded map, it will load up to the SnowRunner loading screen and then kick you back out to the main screen itself. Now, like I said before, I'm sure this will be fixed soon, and by no means is this a complaint or anything like that about this update. This is just to go ahead and put my personal gameplay experience out there so that those of you that are watching can either share your game experiences with me, or we can potentially help the devs work on a fix for that. Now, like I said before, the developers have said on many occasions that they want the feedback and they love the feedback because it helps make the game better in the long run. And the way we can best help make this game better in the long run is putting those issues out there, the issues that we have had with the game. If we have had any, go ahead and put them out there, but put them out there in a development-friendly way. Now, when you have a game that is getting this many updates all the time, it really is a ever-evolving game, and it's an ever-evolving game world. There are bound to be glitches and bugs here and there, and I completely understand that, and really, at the end of the day, the developers are also figuring this game world out as they go along as well, and really, they don't mean to break any part of the game when they release these updates. It just really helps if we can coexist with their development cycle as a community in a positive way. So rather than jumping right to the conclusion of, oh, the developers ruined this or the developers ruined that, we could help much more with the game's development process if we approached it from the standpoint of, hey, I noticed that this happened after this update. This is the problem I'm having. Can we try to figure out a fix for it? And of course, those fixes will come in time as they have in the past. Now, with all of that being said, please let me know any and all of your thoughts or opinions in the comments section down below. I always like to have an open discussion with you guys whenever we get new trucks, DLCs, or updates to SnowRunner. And if you are new around here and you would like to become a bigger part of this conversation, make sure you hit that subscribe button and turn those notifications on. We are live every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday starting at noon Eastern Standard Time. And on Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Saturdays, we have 2 videos, one at 10 a.m., one at 5 p.m., and on Sundays, we have 1 video at 10 a.m. That's going to do it for this video, guys. Hope you all enjoyed, and I will see you guys in the next one. Talk to you all later.